Good morning, Bitcoiners. This is Daniel from the Bitcoin Citadel, here with day 24 of Citadel Summer. And today I want to talk about, I think I'm calling this episode Scare 'em Out. Scare 'em Out. I don't know if you guys watch the Money Matters podcast, hosted by Jack Mallers, not a professional podcaster. But he used to do the show with his friend Dylan and with his dad, and occasionally his stepmom would show up. And now he's got I think his format now is better. I like the way he does it now. Just him in the closet, does a rant, answers questions, boom, he's done. And I think it's great. I love that podcast. I watch it every week. Try to get it live if I can. But one thing his dad used to always say is that when the market gets crowded, there's two things that happen, because the market doesn't want that as many participants, the market makers. And he says the market is going to wear them out or scare them out. And wear them out is kind of where Bitcoin is most of the time. Chopping sideways, gathering energy like a coil ready to spring. And scare them out is what happened yesterday, where it drops $6,000 in a morning, right? It falls off a cliff. Right now it's bouncing back up. By the time you see this video, it's probably going to be above 120K again. Wear them out or scare them out. That's what the market does. And that's why it's difficult for people who are new to Bitcoin, who've just really started to understand it, to have a strategy that's just stay humble and stack sats. It's just a holding strategy, because wear them out is too boring. And it's like, oh, look over there. Look at those altcoins. What's XRP doing? Maybe XRP costs so much less than a Bitcoin to get a whole XRP token. Maybe I should go over there and play around with that. Maybe I'm the super smart person who can time the market, right? And play around and trade. And no. In a wear 'em out market, stay humble, stack sats. Trade as much fiat trash token from your country for Bitcoin as you can, and come up with a good holding strategy. And that means keeping your Bitcoin secure and having custody of it, right? So in a wear 'em out market, the strategy is stack sats. In a scare 'em out market, and this is the hard part, right? But I'm going to tell you that this is a more complicated strategy. The strategy is stack sats and hold on. I guess it's not more complicated. That's all it is. Don't let them wear you out. Don't let them scare you out. You should think about how to hold on to your sats, and that may scare people. I know it does in the beginning, because every client that I talk to who's a new coiner is anxious. They're scared. And that's why having someone like an educator like myself or the Bitcoin Citadel, that's where it comes in. It's helpful to have someone who can help you to share the lessons that they've learned with you, and what your options are, right? And let you choose what to do, and give you education around how to do it, right? That's what we do at the Bitcoin Citadel. So it is completely normal to be scared. It's one of the things the market does, wear them out and scare them out. But everybody's scared when they first get into Bitcoin, and it's normal, because you have to figure out how to be a sovereign person. There's no safety net in Bitcoin. You have to figure that shit out on your own. Well, kid show, sorry. The only safety net is finding a community of people that you can go through this journey with. And I know in Bitcoin they say don't trust, verify. You don't want to trust third parties like banks to hold your Bitcoin. You don't want to trust third parties like governments. As I always say, the nation state is over anyway. It's just crashing and burning right now, and that's really obvious to people who are paying attention. But on the other side of that coin, you do want to be in a high trust environment. That's where you want to build your Citadel. And you're going to have to trust people in your community who've earned that trust, right? You're going to have to find the others and find the ones in that group that you want to cast your lot with. Because my personal opinion is there's a lot going on right now, right? And I don't think people are going to get through as individuals with their Bitcoin stack intact, right? So the market's going to wear them out. The market's going to scare them out. When you're a new coiner, everything is scary. Stay humble and stack sats is the right strategy. Figure out how to hold your stack, right? And that means, how do I set up my non-custodial Bitcoin security scheme, right? How do I manage it? How do I, maintain it day to day, month to month, year to year? What's the best way to do it without having to put too much maintenance into it, right? And how do I find the others? How do I find that community, that group of folks that I'm going to weather the storm in the near term and flourish in the long term with? All right, folks. Kind of a cloudy, smoky morning here. There's some wildfires in Canada that are, doing the thing that they always do every summer. But I'm hoping that it's not going to last very long. It hasn't so far this summer. We've been pretty good here. We haven't had too much smoke in the air for too long. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace.